Hello, welcome friends. Today let us talk about the second unit of our paper number CC 102. The second unit gives us a very beautiful story, The Pardoner's Tale. The Pardoner's Tale. Tale means story. Written by Geoffrey Chaucer. My dear friends, you might be remembering the name of Geoffrey Chaucer. In the very beginning of our syllabus, in the first unit, we talked about the age of Chaucer. Now, the same Chaucer we are referring again here. Geoffrey Chaucer is the dominant writer of the 14th century. 14th century, as we know, is the concluding part of the medieval era in the history of Europe. The period between 1350 and 1400 is known as the age of Chaucer, and when we say that it is the age of Chaucer, it shows that the importance of this writer Geoffrey Chaucer might be very valuable. He is considered to be the father of English poetry and grandfather of English novel. Now, these two titles given to Chaucer suggest that his height is at the supreme level. His contribution is so rich to the history of English literature that these two titles he earns to his credit. He was born about in the year 1340 in London. So he is English by birth. Now, the best known collection of short stories is the Canterbury Tales, which is the masterpiece of Geoffrey Chaucer. We, as the students of English literature, we best remember him for this work, that is the Canterbury Tales. Along with many other literary works, he has written this poetic contribution, poetic literary work, that is the Canterbury Tales. Tales means stories written in a poetic language. Now, Chaucer excelled all his contemporaries in his delineation of the men, women, children, and animals familiar to him in real life. Now, it shows the art of presentation in his literature. Among all his contemporary writers, Chaucer is the best one. He excelled all his contemporary writers so far as the presentation of men, women, children, animals, his surrounding environment, everything. He is unparalleled, and that is why he is the bright star among all the literary personalities of the time. With him, the English language gets perfection and expression fit for literary art. We talked about the literary contribution of Geoffrey Chaucer, but along with that, the contribution of Chaucer to English language is also not less. he has made very sincere efforts to make English language a perfect language fit for literature. He lived in the medieval period. The medieval era is the dark period. In this dark period, the literacy rate was very low. People did not have much education. Literacy to women was not at all imagined at all in any way. So, in this era, in this dark period, the growth and development of English language was the need of the time, and Chaucer made sincere efforts for that, and that is why we can add to his credit that he made English language compatible for literary production or literary art. The greatest work, Canterbury Tales, he produced, and he himself wrote the prologue for that collection of short stories. Prologue means preface. In Gujarati we call it prastavna. Background, bhumika. So the prologue to the Canterbury Tales, the general prologue to all the tales, તમામ વાર્તાઓના વિષયની પ્રસ્તાવના એણે બહુ જ ડિટેલમાં લખી છે. He has given the prologue in very elaborative manner. Approximately 850 to 900 lines he has written in this general prologue to the Canterbury Tales, and this is the greatest example ever written by any author for the collection of short stories. So the prologue to the Canterbury Tales is also an important memory to the credit of Geoffrey Chaucer. He is a master of characterization with his portrait of Gallery in his Knight's Tale. He has given 24 stories in this collection. One of his story is The Knight's Tale. Knight, K-N-I-G-H-T. Knight means a brave soldier. He is telling the story, and in this story the characters he has given, they are very beautiful. Very beautiful portrait of Gallery he has drawn into this story. So this is the best example of his characterization. The same way, the Partner's Tale is the best example of storytelling skill. In this tale, Chaucer has given a very beautiful story in the mouth of the pardoner. Pardoner means a person who is a religious personality who gives pardon. Pardon means ક્ષમા, માફી. ક્ષમા અથવા માફી આપવાનું જે કામ કરે તેવો વ્યક્તિ ક્રિશ્ચિયન કમ્યુનિટીનો હોય એને પાર્ડનર કહેવાય છે. તો એ પાર્ડનર લોકોને પ્રજામાં ક્ષમા અથવા માફી વહેંચે છે અથવા વેચે છે. This is the character, and he gives a beautiful story. So this Partner's Tale is the best example of storytelling, capturing the interest of the listeners as well as the readers. Chaucer is at its best in storytelling here in this Partner's Tale. Now let us see something about the Canterbury Tales. The Canterbury Tales is a collection of 24 stories. They are written in Middle English language between 1387 and 1400. 1387 થી 1400 ની વચ્ચે આ વાર્તાઓ લખી છે ચોસરે. The language is Middle English. The English that we are using at present, it is modern English, and the language used by Chaucer, it is Middle English. The tales are presented as a part of storytelling contest by a group of pilgrims as they travel together from London to Canterbury to visit the shrine of Saint Thomas Becket in Canterbury Cathedral. Now this is very interesting. Let us try to understand the background of the stories designed, framed as well as presented by Chaucer. As per the plan of Chaucer, all the pilgrims have gathered at the Tabard Inn. There is the organizer of the whole gathering is the host of the Tabard Inn, the owner of the inn, and he manages everything. Now all these pilgrims are supposed to travel together to the place that is named Canterbury Cathedral. It is a shrine, means a holy religious place of Saint Thomas Becket, and all these travelers, all these pilgrims, they are supposed to visit that place. They are supposed to travel on horseback, and some of them are also traveling on foot. Now just to pass time or have some enjoyment during the journey, the host proposes that each and every member of the gathering, all the travelers, they are supposed to tell a story one after the other, and the storytelling process will continue throughout their journey to and fro. જતા અને વળતા બંને તરફ વાર્તા કહેવાનો સિલસિલો ચાલુ રહેશે. And ultimately, while they will return at the Tabard Inn, they will be given a gift or prize of free meal to all the members from the host. So this is a prize declared by the host. Now all of them are on their holy voyage or the religious pilgrimage, and they are telling stories one after the other. Now during their journey, all the pilgrims, they are the representatives of the English society. Geoffrey Chaucer is giving the picture of the social scenario to the readers through these stories. Each and every character who are the pilgrims, who are the participants, they represent the class of the society, English society of the medieval period. Most of them belong to the aristocratic class. Poor people cannot afford to join such an expensive journey, and the aristocratic or the upper class people, they do not like to travel with the poor people. So this is the picture that we find while reading the stories by Geoffrey Chaucer. Now the journey is on the way, and pilgrims are listening to the stories presented by their co-travelers. Now, after listening the physician's tale, the host became very tense and nervous by the brutality of its theme. The story presented by the physician means the doctor, it was so brutal in its theme that the host becomes very tense and nervous, and because of that reason he decides that uh, he must have some medicine in the form of a merry tale in order to restore his mood. Now, this tense mood of tense means બેચેનીનો અથવા બ્રુટલ એટલે ક્રૂરતા ભરી વાર્તા સાંભળ્યા પછી એના મનના ભાવ એકદમ ઉદ્વિગ્ન થયેલા છે, તો એ ભાવને શાંત કરે એવી સરળ હળવી આનંદ આપે તેવી વાર્તા સાંભળવાની એની ઈચ્છા છે. He wants to listen to a merry tale in order to restore to his mood. So he asks the pardoner for some amusement presently, and the pardoner agrees. Now, the pardoner is supposed to tell a story, but the company means the travelers, they protest. એ વિરોધ કરે છે. Why? Because they say or they assume that the pardoner is known for telling vulgar stories, and that is why they warn him, they warn the pardoner that he should not tell a vulgar story. Instead, he should tell the story that is giving a moral means નૈતિકતાનો અથવા નીતિમત્તાનો કોઈ બોધ આપતી હોય તેવી વાર્તા એમને સાંભળવાની ઈચ્છા છે. So this request is also accepted by the partner, and partner agrees to tell them a moral story. Now, this is the picture, or rather the background of the partner's tale. Now, in the next lecture we shall talk about the tale given by or narrated by the partner. Okay, till then we stop here.